What's up? Welcome to Move with Brandon. We are here in front of Backdoor Bistro, and looks like I just got a buzz that my table is ready. Let's go inside and speak with Lindsey about what she's doing differently here in downtown Vacaville and how she is serving the community. Let's move. So we're here at Lindsey Chelini.
Yes.
Okay. Owner, founder, chef, everything for the wonderful Backdoor Bistro here in downtown Vacaville. Thank you for doing this and sitting down with us and sharing, some history, story. What was your why for starting this? Let's get into that and why you wanted to start Backdoor Bistro.
So I was cooking in the Napa Valley after culinary school. I went to culinary school there, the Napa Valley Cooking School, which was an excellent school. I had excellent education there. I really appreciated it. And was kind of getting a little burned out on the just drudgery of kitchen life there, 10, 12-hour days. It was kind of like, okay, what's my next step in this industry?
Yeah.
And then I found a woman who wanted to share the space. She actually confronted my dad. I heard your daughter's the chef, and would she want to come and cook at night at my cafe that was only open during the days? And my dad presented it to me, and I said, what? Like, I'm not a chef, really. I've only been cooking for 3 years.
Yeah.
So, but then we just kind of started doing it, and I thought, just kind of cooked from my heart, started talking to farmers and started feeling like this is really the essence of California cuisine is sourcing local, supporting local farms, changing with the seasons. I mean, I don't really know any other way to cook now. And I just felt, okay, well, maybe Vacaville kind of needs this. And then we did that for 10 months. She wanted me to stay and take over that space. And I thought it's a little bit small. So maybe let's find another place. So we went over to Merchant Street and found a little starter business. And we just did some very small little upgrades. And then we were there for 5 years.
Yeah.
And then we moved to this location where we are now, just kind of upgraded again a little bit. We put a kitchen in. We basically completely renovated it.
Yeah.
And my husband built the countertops just like he did at the other location. And we were able to have a patio, which was so huge during COVID. I think it really kind of kept us alive. And then here we are. We're in our 11th year of business. And I can't even really believe it.
I love it. You got more influence from that farm to table style in Napa Valley.
Yes.
You saw the need here in Vacaville.
Yeah.
Nobody's really doing that, right? And if anyone's ever traveled to Europe, it's kind of natural and normal to see the menu change with the seasons.
Oh, totally.
But we don't see that as much here. Everyone kind of says, this is what we have, this is what, and it's where there, it's like if it's tomato season, there's more tomato forward dishes, things like that. So
100%.
It's really refreshing to see you doing that and changing the menu, still keeping some staples and fan favorites on there, but change the bar menu, you're right? So it's really nice to see that change come through here. So let's talk about how the restaurant and maybe how you work within the community, serve the community. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. One of the big things that people that I work with is the Solano Land Trust. I've been doing their benefit dinner for, I think this was maybe my 6th year and maybe 7. What they do is they help to preserve open space land. So that's for recreation, that's for farming and ranching, all of those things that you don't really think about, but they have to be preserved, especially in California as it's growing so much. So these lands have to be preserved. Otherwise, it's just going to be houses and developments. And where will people grow food? Where will people have their animals that we are going to turn into food? And it's really, really an important organization. I work a lot with that.
I love that. I mean, Vacaville has such a rich farming heritage.
I know.
I feel like that's kind of lost. We're a town of 100,000 people now. A lot of people don't even really know the heritage. They know of the Onion Festival. They know of Pleasance Valley, but I would say a lot of them don't know that, they started such a rich farming heritage here with the Vacaville fruit and nut, right?
Oh, yeah.
All the different stuff that they used to do here, right? That they don't do anymore. So I love that you work with that land trust and keep that preservation going with that. It's beautiful. Let's talk about maybe a dish or something you guys offer that helps set you apart from any other restaurant around.
Let's see. One of our dishes that comes to my mind is the coconut lime bouillabaisse. It's always done with the white fish, whatever is in season, which most of the time is Pacific cod, but sometimes we use California halibut. But we try and stay as local as we possibly can with that dish, and it's kind of Thai influenced. And so if you have ever had Thai food and it's tom kha gai is kind of like what my inspiration for that dish was.
I love that.
For me is I love it, and it's very different. I don't think even if you go to a Thai restaurant here, you're going to get something like that because it's so fresh, it's so light, it's so limey. And then of course we're adding a lot of vegetables. You get a whole cup of spinach in each of those dishes. And that's another thing that's really important to me with the way that we run the restaurant. We have a lot of vegetables. Everything, I really try and balance healthy and, a little bit kind of maybe not so healthy. So you feel like you're indulging a little bit, but you're getting your fiber, you're getting your vegetables. And again, to speak to what you were talking about Europe, I mean, that's how they eat there.
Sure.
It's you just really have that balance of the fresh vegetables that are coming in locally, and that's what we do here.
I love that. Now, all your dishes are balanced with acids, the fun fats in there, right? Butter's not bad. Exactly.
A little bit of butter.
So that's great. So, all right. So if it's someone's first time here, never heard of you, coming in from outside the area, what is a dish that they have to have? What is a menu item?
Our burger, I think, is definitely a winner with people, especially for maybe the not so adventurous diner. So I'll kind of start with that. We get our beef from Stemper Creek, which is over near Point Reyes Beach. It's amazing. That's what we use for our burgers, and it's ground every day, gets delivered to us every day, and we house make everything on it, except for the buns, which are brioche buns that we get delivered daily from the German bakery next door. Can't do everything, so we do our best. But probably our beet salad. I have heard that we have converted. Can't beat it. And we have converted many a beet hater on our beet salad.
I love that.
Right?
I love that.
And it's all about the process. It's quite a process, but we actually poach the beets in oil with aromatics, super slow and low, 3 hours minimum, depending on the size of the beets. And then it's kind of marinated in a really heavy vinegar and olive oil and salt. And it just kind of takes away some of that earthiness that I think people don't love about beets. And then it's served with the feta mousse, whipped feta cheese with heavy cream, salt, and pepper. And it's just like amazing. That's definitely one of our signature dishes that we have had on the menu since we opened at Linda's Corner.
I love that. I love that. If you've tried the burger, you've tried the beet salad. I love it.
With a glass of wine on the side.
Gilpin Estates.
Yes.
From Gilpin Estates. You have a very approachable menu. You pull from fine dining. And you get to have suggested pairings with your entrees.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I like that you have those pairings with each of those dishes too, right? So you can still have that elevated experience.
Yes.
Right?
But it's not scary.
It's not scary.
It's not too fine dining that you feel like, am I dressed okay?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
So this is where the magic happens?
This is where the magic happens.
Yeah. So what are we working on here?
So here, this is our chicken bacon ranch salad.
Okay.
It's only on the lunch menu. So we have a really nice little carrot ribbons. Put in there.
And so they're just blanching those, or is that a little quick pickle? Or
these are just raw.
Okay.
These are straight up ribboned raw. Yep. And then we do a nice little mixture here. It has romaine and then bitter greens, different type of chicories here.
Okay.
There.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's so nice in the winter. Healthy for you. Got that just hint of bitterness that kind of cuts through the rich, cucumber. A little bit of salt and pepper.
Little pinch of salt.
Yeah.
Okay. More pepper.
Doing that, and we've got our chicken stock back here. Obviously, we make all of our own stock.
Yes.
And then I also am working on our spice creme anglaise.
Okay.
It's a sauce that goes on our apple fritters.
Wow.
And it's definitely a winner. So I can kind of show you the process of that.
Yes.
These are carbon steel pans. We also use cast iron. They're really amazing as far as how they transfer heat.
Right.
They're also super sustainable. Like you just wipe it out and clean them every once in a while. They get kind of built up with carbon.
Yeah, keep it seasoned, right?
You got to keep it seasoned.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. No non-stick pans back here.
No, no, sir. I have such an amazing team here.
Yeah.
Such an amazing staff. I could not do it without them. So Robbie is starting to work on, these are some fried chickpeas. And they go on top of our salmon power bowl dish.
Okay.
That's on our lunch and our brunch menu.
Yeah.
It's a really popular dish. Also one of those things where it's kind of healthy, mostly healthy. That was mostly healthy.
And I saw you touch the chicken there, and so I've always looked at that rule of thumb. You're like cooking chicken, right?
Yeah.
It should be like a little soft, not too hard, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, thin ones like that. I mean, most everything we do by touch, but a lot of, we have thermometers.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm going to add my sugar here. This is just straight egg yolk.
Okay.
This is going to be the base of our creme anglaise.
I love that.
I've already brought my mixture to a boil to infuse my spices.
Okay.
And it has cardamom, allspice, clove, and star anise. And so then we want to get this incorporated, and we're going to temper in our cream and start to cook it.
What type of eggs are we doing? Farm fresh eggs here?
We always use organic
Always farm fresh eggs, right?
Yeah, we do.
As local as possible.
Yes, we do organic 100%. They're always California.
Yeah.
The ones direct from the farms, that's what we use for our specialty stuff, like we add to our burgers. Anytime you get an egg addition, it's going to be like local within 10 miles.
I love that. When you're putting in the sugar, obviously it's sweetening the dish.
Yeah.
But it's also thickening it as well, right? So
definitely. You saw how it kind of coagulated the eggs a little bit and thickened it up. And then once I temper it, it'll thin out. So I'm going to set that aside for a sec. Finish this dish.
Yep.
This is our house-made ranch dressing. All of our dressings here we make ourselves. Robbie is going to start on the salmon power bowl for us. Okay. We get our salmon from, it's not crazy local because we want the best quality. Sometimes there's that balance of, we're going to get local stuff, but we want to serve the best quality that we possibly can. So we get our salmon from a place in British Columbia. We use a lot of British Columbia shellfish as well, because it's just the best quality that you can get here. Yeah. And
I love that. Look at the salmon over here. Check that out. Yeah.
Check it out.
Nice. That looks great. Great color.
It's gorgeous. And it's from Schooner Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so it's super sustainably farmed. Yeah. And they feed them a really good diet. It doesn't impact the environment. Yeah. It's amazing, consistent quality, really high fat content. Yeah. Yeah. Really
Again, the good fats. I feel like
good fats.
Our generation growing up in the 90s was like no fat, low fat.
So true.
Right? And just no understanding of like what good fats are. I just want to know the basic ingredients of it, right?
Yes. And thankfully we're moving towards that.
Yes.
And this is obviously organic chicken.
Mm-hmm. So this is our creme anglaise.
This is our creme anglaise here. So you can see all the spices in there, and then I'm just gonna cook those right away.
Some star anise,
cardamom, allspice, clove.
Okay. Love that.
So nice. It's just kind
Warm
of different. Yeah,
spice.
warm spices.
Yeah.
Different than just cinnamon. But we do toss the apple fritters, which I could, if you wanted, I could drop some of those to do a final product of that.
Yeah.
Whatever you think. But yeah, so this is called tempering, and you're just kind of inviting the warmth into the yolks so that they don't scramble.
Okay. Because that is a warm sauce, and they could easily start to scramble.
Yes, because
okay.
you have to cook it to bring the yolks to the proper temperature and to thicken it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we cook it and then we cool it. Because it is served cold. It's basically like the same way you make ice cream.
So we have all the goodness here.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have to start cooking it, but first I have to set up my ice bath.
Okay.
Because I need to stop it cooking when I want it.
Yes. At a certain point, we can use the ice to just completely freeze it.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, and then I'm going to grab the vanilla.
Okay.
And that's the final product. Sugar mixture. It's about a 5-to-1 ratio sugar to cinnamon.
Okay.
You don't want it overly cinnamon-y.
No. Although I love cinnamon, it could really take over the,
Okay, little babies. Shaky.
Yep.
Shake, shake.
A little toss, toss.
Yep.
It's a hell of a happy dance. That's great.
Okay, I have to put my bread in the oven. Picanha.
So what do we have here? Some bread,
so this
some
is
dough.
our focaccia.
I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Woo! It's actually,
Look at that. It's alive.
It's going
It's
crazy.
growing. Yeah.
It's going crazy.
Yeah. So olive.
Yes.
Okay.
Kalamata olive.
Yes.
One of my other chefs here, he makes the bread as well.
Yeah.
And he does kind of almost like a pizza rendition.
Okay.
It's so good. But I'm classic. I like the olive. We house make garlic oil. We make our garlic puree, and then the byproduct is our garlic oil. So that goes in. Olive oil, butter, bread flour, and all-purpose flour. Yeast, of course. Honey, yogurt.
Yeah. Okay.
Yogurt. Yeah, when I was first learning about making bread, I decided if I ever make bread, it's going to have yogurt in it.
Yeah, and so you're introducing a culture into the a process with its own culture, essentially, right? So that only adds a kind of
depth,
right?
And softness, and health benefits.
I love that.
You know?
Yeah, I love it.
So, so that's that. And basically, it's go time with this. So I've already punched it down once.
Yep.
To, you know,
literally punched it down.
Literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take it out.
Right.
Yeah.
a little stress relief as well, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And and so and it's called degassing, and you kind of want to do that.
Okay.
Just to
get the gas out of it.
Yeah, get the gas out. It lends itself to a better product at the end.
Look at that.
So, all that good.
And how many servings of focaccia would you say we're making here?
This is 3 loaves.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what we do pretty much daily.
Yeah.
The day-old stuff we use for our grilled bread. Beautiful. And then and we use it for our sliders, we use it for our Benedict, we use it for so much stuff.
Yeah.
And then the fresh stuff we serve to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got olive oil dressed on the tray. Okay.
Olive oil on the tray so it doesn't stick.
To not stick. Also gonna add a little bit of flavor.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, and then we just kind of give it that signature press down so the ingredients that we top it with can kind of get in the grooves and just kind of, you know.
And so having the fingers down is part of the process, getting the gas out. It also adds that texture.
Exactly.
Those indents are going to stay in there.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It provides that focaccia look that we've known.
Yes.
Right? You come to know.
Yep. Exactly. This is what we use as a finishing salt.
Nice sea salt.
Sea salt.
Okay.
And then it goes over to the rack.
Okay.
This was our one from yesterday.
Beautiful. Look at that color.
This is what my other chef made, that he does the pizza style. So it's like oregano, rosemary, garlic, feta.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's great. So we have the famous apple fritters here with that creme anglaise. We're going to drop over beautifully seasoned fritters. Perfect, perfect. Make sure it's not too hot. You can taste the love. You can taste the love. The vanilla bean comes through. So well balanced. So we're belly up at the bar here, and Dominique, our bartender, is gonna take us over and take us through making a signature drink they have called a buckshot. So this is actually something I've had when I dined here a little while back. I thought it was interesting because I like bourbon, I like beer, but I've never had them infused together. So this drink features...
It features redemption bourbon. We have some honey ginger, and then also some lime syrup, and a little splash of hazy. So yeah.
Perfect.
And then we just dress this over with lime.
Nice, a little lime. I like that.
We're all good to go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cheers.
That is the buckshot here at Backdoor Bistro. Let's give it a try. Super good. So you would think beer is going to throw it off, but it brings that sweetness that you get from the hazy. You get the lime, the honey syrup really rounds it out. Not boozy at all, super balanced. Very good. All right, so where can we find you on social media, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff?
I think just Backdoor Bistro. Google Backdoor Bistro and all of the things.
Yeah.
Yes.
All your glowing reviews will be on there. You can make a reservation on there.
Yes, we do open table, so you can make a reservation through the open table website or through our website. We always recommend reservations, especially on Friday and Saturday nights. That's definitely our busiest time. Brunch gets really busy. Our brunch is really nice and amazing. Once again, everything is made from scratch, from our biscuits to our gravy to our béarnaise sauce that goes on the Benedict. So
I love that. And then catering as well. You do offer catering.
Yes, we do.
Yep,
We
can do catering.
We do offsite catering. I cater at the Opera House, or I give you local residences, and weddings, and all that kind of stuff.
Beautiful. You heard it here first. Book reservation. If you come early, grab a cocktail. The beautiful bar. Lindsey, thank you very much for taking time to speak with us and share your story. Thanks for watching and getting to know a little bit more about Lindsey's process here at Backdoor Bistro, how she sources her ingredients locally, how she's very conscious about farm to table and making sure that you have the best ingredients you can have when you come out and dine here locally. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. That helps me out in the channel, and it lets you be notified when we do these again. If you want to be featured, you can drop me an email, and you can book an appointment with me to talk about anything related to real estate at my calendar link below. Again, thanks for watching.